Welcome, here we are. So you found yourself to this place on the internet, on my page, because you have back pain or someone you love has back pain. And so you're in the right place because I have spent the better part of the last 15 years focusing only on rehabbing back pain and doing things that pretty much no one else is doing, right? So here's the deal. I'm hosting a webinar for you because I know that you want to know, what else can I do? What should I be doing that other people aren't telling me, that my doctors aren't telling me? There's got to be other ways to handle this back pain. Whether you have stenosis or spondylolisthesis or herniated disc or some other back diagnoses, or even if you don't have a back diagnosis, there are a bazillion lifestyle changes and things we can do through our everyday life that are incredibly helpful to avoid recreating the pain triggers and to move you towards rehabilitation. So we're going to talk about that on this webinar. It's a short webinar. It'll be over in probably 45 minutes. If you stick around for Q&A at the end, we'll probably go to maybe 60 minutes. So here's what we're going to cover for you when you tune into the webinar. First thing is how to master pain relieving techniques without addictive drugs or expensive surgery. The secret breakthrough model that moves you from a pained rehabber to an active phase 2 rebuilder in just 10 minutes a day. Seriously. And then our 3 core elements in Retrain Back Pain, which teaches you to become your own back rehab boss, so that you can get back to moving the way you love to move as soon as possible. And so I'll have some value-added information within the webinar for you to act on immediately, to put into practice immediately. And for those of you that stick around for the entire webinar, I am offering for the webinar registration period an opportunity to register for the Back Rehab Boss online program at a discounted rate. So after this webinar registration period, which is probably 48 hours after the webinar ends, the price of the course will go up. And so I'll talk all about the course on the webinar. So you can write down all your questions and you can put them in the chat box and you can stick around to the end. And I'll be sure to answer all of your questions about the Back Rehab Boss online program. And if you have any questions ahead of time about the webinar, you can certainly send me a message at Deneen at retrainbackpain.com, but I'm going to answer all of your questions on the webinar. So there's 2 opportunities to register. One is at 11 a.m. New York time, that's Eastern Standard Time, on September 28th. And the second one is that same day at 2 p.m. These are both going to be live chats. So I'll be coming to you just like I'm coming to you here, only this is recorded. So I'll set up probably in my living room and you'll see the cats walking around, and then there'll be time for Q&A and we can talk about what's going on with the Back Rehab Boss course and if it's appropriate for you, and or what maybe another next step for you might be. So go ahead and register for the webinar. That's the first step. And then bookmark it in your calendar, include the link for the webinar, and I'll see you there very soon. Ciao.